The Honda Hornet 2.0 versus the TVS Apache RTR 204V BS6. This is one comparo that I got a lot of requests for. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's look at the design first. The Hornet's design is fresh out of the blocks, so obviously it garners more attention. The gold anodized USD forks immediately offer the bike an upmarket feel. Rest of the design remains more or less similar to the original Hornet 160 with some minute changes here and there. The LED headlamp, the well-sculpted tank with sharp cuts and creases, the stubby exhaust with a good quality heat shield, and the X-shaped tail lamp really offer a perfectly cohesive design in every aspect. The RTR 204V also got a minor design update with the BS6 model. The headlamp has now been redesigned. We get full LED lighting now with multiple lighting elements, and the LED DRLs sit like eyebrows of an apex predator. Now looks are purely subjective, but considering the overall fit and finish and the overall build quality and the kind of materials being used, I feel the RTR takes a slight edge here because on the Hornet there is an overload of plastic and fiber. The RTR has also used fiber and plastic material, but the material used for the panels seems to be of slightly better quality. The double barrel exhaust on the RTR gives out the traditional bass heavy exhaust note that the RTR bloodline has always been known for, so in terms of sound engineering, the RTR sounds better to my ears. Now talking about seats, again the seat foam used here on the RTR feels slightly more upmarket and the stitching is of superior quality too. On the Hornet the seat is slightly harder, which initially might feel a little uncomfortable until you get used to it. The clip-on handlebars on the RTR again feel much more premium when compared to the regular Street Fighter handlebar on the Hornet. The ergonomics are spot on for both the bikes. Both the bikes offer upright seating posture with the rider triangle being perfectly established. Both the bikes offer a comfortable riding posture in order to not strain your back even after long rides. Add to this a perfectly tuned suspension, and the ride quality is equally amazing on both the bikes. But we need to note here that the USD forks on the Hornet are an absolute steal. No other brand offers USD forks from Showa suspension in this price range, and this is a major plus that works for the Hornet, and the same translates into offering superb front end feel while pushing the bike to its limits. The clutch feel is light on both the bikes, but the clutch travel is longer for the RTR, so the effort taken to pull in the clutch, especially in city traffic, might tend to wear you down. The Hornet on the other hand offers a shorter clutch travel, so the clutch is easy and effortless to operate. The speedo console on the Hornet is just kind of meh, nothing really special going on here. We do however get all the relevant info including a gear position indicator and a battery voltmeter. The RTR on the other hand races ahead here. It has the best equipped meter console in this price range with average speed, top speed, 0 to 60 timing, lap timer, gear position indicator, Bluetooth connectivity, and also turn-by-turn navigation along with call and SMS alerts. Apart from this, we also get a host of app-based features like G-Force experienced, lean angle, and a whole lot more. Now talking about the engine, powering the RTR is a 197.75cc single-cylinder, oil-cooled, fuel-injected, BS6 compliant engine that puts out 20.5 PS of max power at 8,500 RPM and 16.8 Nm of max torque at 7,500 RPM. We get a 5-speed gearbox. The Hornet on the other hand comes powered by a single-cylinder, 4-stroke, fuel-injected, BS6 compliant 184.4cc engine that puts out 17.3 PS of max power at 8,500 RPM and a max torque of 16.1 Nm at 6,000 RPM. We get a 5-speed gearbox here as well. We can clearly see here that the RTR is well and truly ahead in terms of performance, at least on paper. The difference that matters though is that the RTR gets a 4-valve engine, so the engine doesn't feel strained even at higher RPMs. The Hornet on the other hand is more about good initial pickup and superb mid-range surge. Now it's not that the RTR doesn't have good pickup, the RTR literally flies off the mark right from the word go, and we can cruise effortlessly at 110 km per hour. On the Hornet, the cruising speed would be around 100 km per hour. The throttle response on the RTR is phenomenal, and this is further amplified by the superb exhaust sound emanating from the double barrel exhaust. The Hornet sounds sporty as well, but the RTR clearly wins the sound battle. The throttle response is good on the Hornet as well. It is nice and seamless thanks to the dual throttle cable setup. Refinement is good on both the bikes. The RTR 200 is the most refined bike that TVS have made to date. It is absolutely buttery smooth with zero vibrations even while doing speeds of over 100 km per hour. The Hornet, being a Honda, is no exception. Refinement comes naturally in their bloodline. So the Hornet is super refined as well all through the rev band, but since it is not meant to be a top-end machine, it just feels a little strained if you continue to keep the throttle pinned at redline. Talking about the equipment on board, both the bike get pedal discs and both the bikes get a 276mm disc up front. However, the RTR gets dual channel ABS as standard, but the Hornet only gets single channel ABS, so I guess the RTR takes the lead here. Also, the RTR offers a slipper clutch in this price range which no one else does. Now this provides for a lighter clutch pull and helps you do faster downshifts without running the risk of the rear wheel locking or hopping. Now the Hornet hits back hard in the suspension department because it gets USD forks from Showa suspension, which offers much better front end feel, and it is slightly on the stiffer side, but that is what translates into better cornering stability and better high speed stability. Now the RTR 200 gets 37mm telescopic forks which do their job judiciously, but clearly they fall short compared to the USD forks on the Hornet. The chassis construction, the rear monoshock and the swing arm are well tuned and well designed on both the bikes. They offer great stability and sure-footedness even at triple digit speeds. Now talking about the tires, we no longer get the Pirelli tires option for the RTR. We do, however, get the Pro Torque SR high performance race spec radial rear tire that offers better control, better stability and longer life. The Hornet, on the other hand, gets a wider 140 section rear tire, and we get specially developed Extra Max tires from Maxxis. Now these are made using the world's strongest aramid fiber and come with dual compound technology that minimizes rolling resistance while offering better stability and longer life. Now tank capacity remains the same for both the bikes at 12 liters. Seat height is easily accessible even by shorter and average height riders for both the bikes. Another major plus for the Hornet is that it is incredibly lightweight, weighing a mere 142 kgs. The RTR, on the other hand, weighs 153 kgs, which clearly gives the Hornet the weight advantage. In terms of mileage, though there is no official claim made by both the companies, I feel the Hornet might end up offering slightly better mileage because it puts out lesser power and it is also a lot lighter than the RTR. Now talking about the price, the RTR 200 is priced at Rs 1,27,500, whereas the Hornet is priced at Rs 1,28,595. So the RTR enjoys the price advantage being priced so aggressively. So the RTR, despite offering the dual channel ABS, a slipper clutch, getting a 4-valve engine, offering more power and torque, and also offering better quality, is still more affordable and is priced lower than the Hornet 2.0, which makes it an absolute value for money proposition. Most importantly, it is made by our Indian manufacturer and bears the Indian tricolor, so I guess we can proudly go vocal for local in this case. The Hornet, on the other hand, has created quite a sensation with its sudden launch and is truly a very impressive machine for the price it demands. And we have the trust and reliability of Honda coming as standard with the bike. So no matter which bike you choose, it surely would be a complete paisa vasool bike. But as far as this shootout is concerned, the RTR 200 4V BS6 model emerges as a clear winner. For all those wondering about 200NS, well, the Hornet 2.0 versus 200NS comparo would be a separate video, and for those hoping for an RTR 200 versus 200NS comparo, well, the video is already out and you can follow the link in the description portion below. I just hope you found this video useful. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.